I have a, oh, there's my friend out there, Claire Ebel. You came in and you gave us a house card, so.
I gave you a pink card, Senator, because the sheet had been pulled.
Well, you have a pink dress on, so.
It sort of matches after a fashion.
Very, very clever. That was a very nice.
Thank you, Senator. I'm glad that the cards aren't black. My name is Claire Ebel. I'm the Executive Director of the New Hampshire Civil Liberties Union, and we are opposed to this bill. I would like to make 3 brief points. It is absolutely essential that the members of this committee and the members of the House, the members of the Senate, remember one important issue. This is a fundamental constitutional right that you are limited. This is not the grocery store. This is not tickets to the movies. This isn't anything other than your fundamental right as a citizen of the United States to cast a ballot and participate in elections. That is what you are narrowing here. That is what you are confining. That should be the framework of the debate.
Sir, before you go on.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen the amendment?
No, sir, I have not.
You probably haven't. Before you leave, after your testimony, before you leave, I'd appreciate it if you pick up a copy of the amendment.
I'd be happy to, Senator.
We'll get you one, and I'd like you to look at it, and then maybe you can drop us a line, the committee a line.
Senator, I would be happy to do that.
And comment on it.
I'd be glad to do that. My major problem with the bill beginning on line 19 of page 1 and ending on 25 is how narrow that list is. It got expanded in the amendment then. Perhaps I ought to just be quiet, Senator, which is, I'm accustomed to doing that. But maybe being quiet is something I ought to do till I see the list, because that is my major concern. We worked very hard and very long through the summer with the subcommittee of House election law. And they came out with a bill that didn't please everyone 100%, but most people were very comfortable with what the House thinks. Senator, with the additional amendment, I guess my absolute opposition to the bill is winnowed down considerably. With your permission, sir, I will go back to the office at some point today. I've got 22 bills today, so I'm going to be crazy by 5 o'clock, crazier than I ordinarily am. And I will write you the note that you asked, Senator. I'll be on a train tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, but I'll write to you from the train and I'll mail it.
You're going to be on a train, huh?
I am. I'm going to Florida, sir.
I don't blame you. It's kind of cold out there.
It's a conference. I'd much rather be here shoveling snow.
The committee would appreciate it if you looking over the amendment.
Yes, sir, I will.
Back to us very much.
Be happy
it's
to
not
do
fair to be, to you to be working off of something else from what we have, what we're going to do.
Thank you, Senator.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
May I ask a question?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I'm not bringing lunch in, but remember that.
Claire, it's always a pleasure to see you.
It's nice to see you.
And I think you recognize and understand that those of us who have taken an oath of office, that upholding the Constitution is one of our primary responsibilities.
I know that, Senator, for senators in general and for you in particular.
And we have discussed many election law issues over the years.
Indeed, we have.
I think, would you agree that there are a number of state and federal court decisions that have upheld the constitutionality and validity of voter identification? Would you agree with that?
Senator, there are some that have accepted some. There is not a clear path that the court has established. And for example, often you hear about the Indiana decision. And the Indiana decision turned entirely on the fact that they were not paying for the photo ID that was required. That at a minimum, it's a poll tax if you don't pay for the photo ID that you require a voter to provide. And so there are, there are aspects of this. There are many permutations and combinations of these laws. They're in several states. and some aspects have been upheld. But in other cases, for example, my understanding is South Carolina's has just been thrown out. And so I don't know if I can answer your question in its entirety other than to say I'm aware of many of the decisions and some of them uphold some of the elements.
Thank you, that's all I want.
Have a nice trip, and thank you for getting back to us.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Croc TV.